What's up guys, my name is Adrian and today I decided to bring you guys a budget salamangreat deck profile because I saw online there was like nobody posting salad and I think salad's still a budget option for today. So let's just get right into the video. So for the salad monsters, I'm playing one Gazelle, one Foxy, two Spinny, two Jaguar, and one Falco. This is pretty standard in my opinion. Like the only unstandard thing is Foxy at 1. But this card's actually pretty bad. Like, you're never normal summoning it to resolve the effect unless you have like nothing else. And then Falco is arguably cuttable, but the only reason I still play it is because like activating Rage on your opponent's turn, summoning Gazelle, sending Falco, and setting back a Rage, and then on bouncing back the Gazelle is just too insane. So that's why you have to play all of these cards. And like playing 7 salad cards is fine in my opinion. So next I play 3 Flame Buffalo. Yeah, Lady Debug's a better card. Like everyone knows Lady Debug's a better card. But the fact is that Flame Buffalo doesn't lose to Gamma or Ogre like Debug does. I'd rather normal summon Buffalo, link into Balinks, and my Balinks get ogred, than having my Buffalo get like they can't touch it. With Gamma being like the best hand trap this format, you have to play Buffalo now. And then I'm testing this out. One Ibly. So games 2 and 3, this card's insane. I sided out game 2s, but really this card's just against Nib. Funny enough, this came up against Heroes. I gave it to him and they couldn't out it, so it's a floodgate too for decks that count out this. But anti-Nib, by the way. 3 Parallel Exceed. Have the supers, but the Euros look cleaner. Exceed is Exceed. I was playing a variant that didn't run this, but the fact that you can use this to make Phoenix and out back row and then OTK them with access code update is insane. So for hand traps, you have to play hand traps because this is a salamangreat deck. I am playing 3 Nibiru, best hand trap by far. 2 Phantasme. I'm a big advocate of Phantasme this format because what are the best decks? If you ask anybody, they're going to tell you Dino, Dragon Link, and Infernoble. This card shits on Infernoble. Like, you summon it, and then you get to dig for more hand traps to beat them. So this is like just a +1. And when you're playing up against those decks, and you're playing a resource like a grind deck like Salad, you really want to play cards that do something, and cards like that are impactful. Like, this could be any other card, but the fact that it's a +1 and a body to beat over Herald or beat over an interruption is insane. So then I'm going to play 2 Ash. Ash is not that good this format. Every single deck this format can play through an Ash, funny enough. So that's the only reasoning, but by not playing 3. Like, I understand that it's more impactful to play 3, and the fact that you see it more, and you get like a 3% chance of drawing it more. But I don't really care because like the only time this card works is when you draw this plus any other hand trap in multiples. So that's why I'm playing 2 Ogre and 2 Veiler. I wanted to squeeze in the 3rd Veiler, but there's really no space. This was the 3rd Veiler, and then yeah. And if I had Imperm, then I would just take these 2 out in this for Imperm. But this is fine because all of these cards, you draw multiples and then you can play them. And then I'm playing Phantasme, so it doesn't technically conflict with any of these. The only cool thing that you can do with these 2 is that you can go chain link 1 Phantasme, chain link 2 Nibiru. You nib their field, you summon Phantasme, and then since it checks when it's on field, you only draw 1 card because there's no links on field. So that's cute. That's just something I think that's cool to know and that you guys could learn from by watching this video. 1 Salamangreat Sanctuary. Should be the common, so I don't draw it. 1 Circle. Activate this card on draw phase. That's all I can tell you. People still play Droll. That's also another reason for playing Buffalo. But activate this card on draw phase so they can't Droll you. 1 Will of the Salamangreat. This card could be played at 2, but the fact is that if you're going to OTK them that turn, that's because they have no resources. You know their whole hand. So you just send this off the Gazelle, you relink your Sunlight Wolf, you add this back, you activate it, you send it, you special the Gazelle and any other card, and then you link those into update, and then you link into transcode, and then you summon back the update, and then you OTK them. And then there's 3 consistency cards, sign and mining, the reason this deck's not dead. This is like the reason you don't have to play as many salad cards. 3 pot of desires. There's nothing to say about this card. You need to play it. If you don't play it, you're bad, especially in salad. Funny enough, draw 2. This deck needs all the draws it can get. It's struggling. Non-ironically, playing 3 Book of Moon, by the way. Playtest it, you'll find out this card is godlike. Like, it's a joke in my locals because I've Book of Mooned every single person there, but this card just works. It works. What's the best decks? Dino, Inferno World, Dragon Link. You Book of Moon Dinos, Dolka. They can't do anything. Mist can't protect a Dolka. This deck dies to like 2 negations. So Book of Moon is a card they always have to negate. I activated this against an Infernoble player. I went Foxy Effect, discard, special summon. And then I went Effect, target their back row. They chained the Renaud and Grave to target the Charles to equip. I chained the book from hand, and then they lost. All because they sniped the Foxy out of my hand. So Book of Moon's insane. And then also application against Dragon Link. You activate it, you flip their Savage face down because you have no other way to Buster Lock. And then another cute thing is since everybody wants to play Monarch this format for some reason, Book of Moon works against that too. You activate it, you flip down their Vanity's Fiend, and then you can play. Cool interactions that you can do with Book of Moon. There's a lot of cute stuff. This stops you from getting OTK'd. So I know I'm spending a lot of time on it, but you can activate this card proactively or set it defensively. And the whole point about Salad is that all of your cards do something. Like I can point to every single card in this deck and it does something. Like it gives you advantage. That's the whole point of the deck, to out advantage your opponent. But as soon as you out advantage them, you OTK them. Double Rage, I really like 2 Rage. 2 Rage is like insane. You draw into this card and you're winning the game. As long as you can relink something. The fact that you can bring this card back is the unfair part of the deck. You want to play an unfair card. Then 1 Roar. This card's not as good as Rage, but in certain scenarios you always search this. Like game 3s, I search it. Or if your opponent's drawing into 1 card and you Gazelle, you always send the Roar because you just want to negate the 1 card they draw, and you can just keep on setting them back a turn, setting them back a turn. As long as you're setting them back a turn, that means that you have another turn to play so that you can use all of your cards. And this is what your opponent's facing. They're facing, and if you draw it, they're facing an Ash Rage every turn. And they're only playing with 1 card, so that's the good thing about this deck. So now let's go on to the extra deck. So you're playing 3 Baylynx. Baylynx is the best card. There's nothing to say about this. Baylynx is just add the field spell protect. 3 Sunlight Wolf, very standard, best card in the deck. Double Heat Leo. People are cutting Heat Leo out of their deck, but Heat Leo's insane against like Infernoble and Dragon Link, funny enough. Because if you're summoning Heat Leo, you're targeting the what's the name of that card? You're targeting the one that tributes an equip spell to negate something, and this just shuts that off, funny enough. And then if you're summoning this, you're shouting back their World Legacy Guard Dragon, and this came up to the point where I've targeted a Boral Savage, shuffled it, and then it crashed into it with a Nibiru so that I can play. So this card just has so many applications, and then it gets over stuff that you're not normally able to get over in this deck. Like I want to have this card as a resource. You're playing, of course, the package, access code, transcode, access, transcode, and there's nothing to say. This OTK is your opponent. Phoenix Lingery, though. This is the access code, the Parallel Exceed package. You can always just link it to Lingeribo, and then this shuts down their trap, and then if you want to go further, you can make Phoenix. This deck just destroys back row decks, and with this card, you can, with like this plus any other extender, you can wipe your opponent's whole back row, because this is 1, 2, and then Jaguar bounce this one, 3, and then you link both of these, 4. Well, like what's your opponent doing against against you board wiping them for 4. So then the 2 Exceeds, Baguska and Dweller. These cards are insane against different matchups. You summon this game 1 always, and then game 2s and 3s depending on what your opponent's playing. You start summoning Dweller. As soon as the Prank Kids Meow Meow card comes out, you just start hard summoning Dweller against them because Prank Kid's gonna be the best deck, and you just have to adapt to that. Now for the side deck, right? We're playing 3 Gamma, 1 Driver. You side this in game 2. You don't want to have this in the main deck because you're playing Desires. If there's a build where you don't play Desires and you play Gamma, but you never want to have Desires in your deck and Gamma unless like you're playing Omega and Lambda. And Pank, my common Pank. Pank is a high impact card. You need high impact cards. I like to say this when I'm playing Salad. You have to play blowout cards so that you can win. Because if you're not playing like good cards, then you're not gonna win. Like that's why you have to play Mystic Mine. There's nothing to say here. Mystic Mine is a card they have to negate. Or if they're playing just a bad deck, you activate it, and then you get to draw cards, and then rage them every turn. With Falco. Rage them every turn. Because as long as they have 3 cards on field, then you just go rage, discard Falco, pop a card, Falco, set the rage, normal summon back to Falco, go ahead, and then as soon as it hits their draw phase, you rage them again, you Falco set it, and then you're just infinitely looping. You just out-resource your opponent because you're always going to be doing more than them. 3 Cyclone. I was thinking about playing a Harpy's Feather Duster, but I just like Cyclone more because you can just banish something. Like, why wouldn't you banish it? If you ever play the Mirror, this card's insane. 2 Gozen. Oh, like, everyone's on the Artifact Sanctum package. Artifact Sanctum is overrated. Like, watch a Dragon Link player watch a Dragon Link player activate Romulus, search the Phalanx, summon it, and then get a Gozen match flipped on them. They're gonna cry, and then it's fine because you're gonna sit on it for a while. The only way they out it is by tribute setting actually, and then just summoning Darks. You flip this against Infernoble when they summon Needle Fiber, and your opponent's crying. What other applications are there? When freaking Prank Kids come out, you flip this on a Prank Kid player, you watch them cry. But then they flip, there can only be one. One good card and another good card. This beats all spell decks. Funny enough, you side this in against Dino. Dino's kind of shit without Lost World. There's nothing to say there. Then Red Reboot against trap decks. You blow them out and then you heat Leo them 3 times, which I do a lot. Funny enough. Yeah, that's it. I just bought a tripod, so if you guys want to see me take this to locals and play it at a tournament, let me know. Because my locals is still open and they still host tournaments, so I can always just play it and give you guys a feel for it, because I wouldn't consider myself a bad Salad player by any means. Thank you for guys watching. Leave a comment. Let me know if I should keep on doing YouTube videos, because this is my first time, filming a YouTube video, and I just want to know what you guys think. Any comments, ideas, especially with the list. Playtest Book of Moon, guys. Playtest it. They tell me this card is not a beast of a card. Alright, peace out. Stay swifty. See you guys in the next one, hopefully.